Well, they obviously had probably about as big a win as we've had in our league, winning at Ames the other day, and I think they've gotten better. Hopefully, we've gotten better since we played them last. But how long has it been? It's been about 3 weeks.
Yeah.
So I don't think their team has changed drastically in that stretch. So yeah, this is a big week for us. Probably as big a week as we've had in a while, and certainly the biggest week to date this year. So we're excited. We got a chance to play. I don't know what West Virginia moved to in the polls, but I think they're 10 in at least one of them that I saw. And so they, got a chance to play, two top 10 teams, and certainly for all three of the triangle of the three teams that are involved, this is a big week for everybody as far as the league race goes. I've only been here for 13 years, and I think it's the most competitive it's been since I've been here. Now, the league's been great. If you go back and look at our league over time, at least since we've been here, going back to the original Big 12, you've had every team go to Sweet 16 or Elite 8 for the most part during the time in which they competed in it for the most part. So it has been hard, and this year's probably taking it to another level. And I think in large part because we have so many upperclassmen. Well, I think competitive plays would probably be as big a key as any. They're the best at keeping balls alive. They're the best at stealing extra possessions. Everybody talks about their press and their pressure, which is terrific, but it's not so much just beating their press, it's making them pay for pressing. And we didn't do that at all the first time. We got numbers a few times and didn't make them pay at all. So I think those are all important. And then, they killed us last time on our inability to be able to guard the ball and keep them out of the paint. We got to do a better job of keeping them on the perimeter. The hardest thing to guard is the ball, and we got to force help by driving it. And against West Virginia, it's a little bit harder in some ways because they rotate. They don't care who they're guarding. The 5-man picks up the point, or the point picks up 4 or the 5. It doesn't matter. Then they always switch back. So we've got to figure out a way to take advantage of switches without focusing on strictly taking advantage of switches. We've got to be able to play naturally as opposed to the offense stops to try to take advantage of something, because then you're playing right to their hands. Based on my memory and watching the tape a couple of days ago, was we didn't convert. I mean, bottom line, we get 3-on-1 and try to throw a lob and come up empty, or drive in there and they rotate, take a charge on a 3-on-2. They made several plays like that especially early in the game that kind of allowed them to take control of the game. So when I say take advantage, whenever two people are guarding the ball, that means there's always 4-on-3 behind it in some form or fashion. We got to be able to take advantage of it. I think Hugs does the best job of anybody in our league of regardless of what pieces he has, they all fill the role. I mean, to me, he's got about 10 guys he can put out there, and although, of course you want Page out there, and you want Williams out there, and you want others out there, but to be real candid, I don't think he cares. I think whoever's playing good that day plays, and they're all athletic, and they have interchangeable parts. And I know he's a point of the press and very effective, and has given us fits with his activity. But they've done fine since he's been suspended too. I did watch every play. Every boring play, I watched every one of them. Every 2-yard of cloud of dust, I watched them all.
Who are you rooting for? Do you have an interest?
I was actually pulling for, of course, it's hindsight 2020. I knew the Broncos were going to win the entire time, but I was actually pulling for Peyton. I think that was, Cam's had the best year without question, deserves all the accolades, but it was nice to see the old guy get the last one. I think that was pretty special. But this is a big week. I'm not downplaying that at all. But to our players, I want it to be a big game, because the last time we played these guys, they whipped us. And so we don't need to be thinking about Oklahoma. We got our hands full with West Virginia. We know that.